Robert sat crouched inside the mind of an alien being, gazing at the wall that gazed back, insomnia-ridden, bloodshot eyes to match his own. He breathed a heavy sigh and knew that these moments would be his last. There was a burning hate for him in those 1,000 eyes, and he was certain this room wanted him dead. There were no doors, at least not one he could see. No windows, no furniture, just the eyes and the slow breathing. Just the eyes and the slow breathing walls. The last thing he remembered before waking here was an unexpected interaction with an unbelievable creature. They were a mass of eyes, a globe-shaped being mistaken for a crater. Mistaken for a crater on the pale, cold moon. Mistaken for a crater on the pale, cold moon. He didn't understand quite why, but when he had seen them, he thought they were the most beautiful thing in the world. His heart was captured in their 1,000 eyes, lusting in their ancient mind. How many lives they had lived, how many sights those 1,000 eyes had seen, how much joy and heartbreak, love and hate, peace and bloodshed they had witnessed. He gazed first upon them through the portal of his pod, and found himself more in love the closer he came to them. When he left his pod, the station went unanswered. He didn't hear their warnings and pleas as he approached the being. He didn't care. He had to touch them, to lie down beside them, to feel the pleasure they could bestow upon him. As his foot touched the surface of the moon, the creature turned and shuddered. Their voice came booming through the depths of his mind, bidding him return to his ship at once and leave them be. They would not be possessed by humanity. They would not be touched without their say. He must leave and never return. So consumed with his lust for the creature, he would not hear them protest. He would not be swayed from his own satisfaction and fulfillment of his desire. The creature began to shrink the closer he came, and Robert took a small containment box from his belt. He captured the creature and poked at them with his large index finger as he said to them, "You will be forever mine." He took them back to the earth. He gave them a human name and decided they were female and called them she. He minimized them to his standards so he might own them body and soul. They were lent to the space lab where they were tested and prodded, stabbed again and again by the scientist and given back to Robert every evening, where they were kept all night under his pillow. The containment box was never opened. Robert would stick his fingers to the trap door in the box and touch them as he said, "Forever mine." The years passed, and they had almost given up hope of ever being free again. They were robbed of their psychic abilities in the box and had been quietly conserving energy for an escape from this dying planet. As Robert slept one night, his head lying down on the box, they whispered to that deep, squishy part of his brain, "Be with me." Robert woke up with a start, checked the box and tapped the glass, quickly falling back asleep. Be with me, they whispered again. Robert gazed deeply into their eyes. Be with me, be with me, be with me. Shall I let you out? Will you behave, darling? They blinked, yes. Robert opened the box, and the creature once again expanded. Their vast form cracking through Robert's ceilings and knocking him to his back. Trapped in their gaze, he exclaimed, "Be with me," and uttered that narrow human name he'd given them, a false name that filled them with pain and rage. They looked down into that mushy place in his mind. Deep down, deeper and deeper in his mind, until he was trapped behind those 1,000 eyes, sealed within them as they shrank and expanded, breathing walls around Robert. Eyes that would gaze into his own as he was crushed in his own small box. "Forever mine," the creature told Robert as he breathed his last and his bones were crushed within them. Robert's blood fell like tears from their 1,000 eyes as they slipped away through the darkness. Towards the stars, farther than the moon, past all known galaxies, forever free from the humans who would possess them, far away from the cruel earth. Their infinite lifetime spent weeping blood at the sight of the dying stars, watching time endlessly create and destroy itself in the vast, dark, deep space.